So today I'm going to talk about how you can break through that MAF plateau and how there are two different kinds of running efficiency. How's it going, runners? My name is Justin Thompson. I'm your average running PT, and I help the average runner achieve their own personal elite status. If that's something you guys are into, then go ahead and hit that subscribe button and click the bell so you know when the next video comes out. Alright, so quick update on my injury. I am back. I've done about 3 runs now since taking my 2 weeks off. I still have a little bit of a twinge in my knee, but I'm doing just fine and kind of building back up with a walk-run program. You guys can check out my Strava if you want to see what that progress is looking like as we go. So, let's jump into how to break through this MAF plateau, because I feel like I get this question quite often, is that, okay, I've been working on this for 3 months or 6 months or even a year, but I feel like I've been kind of at the same place the whole time. Or they tell me that their fitness has even gotten worse. So I'm going to go ahead and just kind of debunk the fitness getting worse thing and say that their fitness has changed. And their heart rate is probably doing a little bit better, but maybe their overall results are looking a little bit slower. Here's why. There are 2 different kinds of running efficiency. MAF, or low heart rate training, it only works on one of them. Okay, so here's the secret to MAF training. You can't just do it alone. If you're looking to actually improve speed, improve race results, yes, MAF is going to help you with one of those running efficiency parameters or numbers, whatever. I don't even know how to say that, but it's going to help you with one of those types of running efficiency. But it completely ignores the other type, okay? So, what are these 2 different types of running efficiency? Okay, so let's start with the one that MAF actually helps with, right? So, MAF helps with your cardiovascular efficiency, okay? It helps with your cardiovascular efficiency. It helps with improving the amount of blood vessels that are actually coursing through your body. It builds capillary density, thus making it easier for blood to flow through and perfuse and provide nutrients to your muscles, okay? So cardiovascular efficiency, it helps improve those capillary bed density, It also helps improve your ability to pump more blood with every heartbeat, okay? So our heart pumps blood. It goes out into our body, and if the heart is beating really quickly, then you don't get as much blood out with every pump. But if we can slow the heart rate down and get it to where it's much more efficiently pumping out a greater volume with every single beat, then the heart is in a much more efficient state, okay? If it is beating really fast all the time, beep, 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 then you're going to develop what's called cardiomegaly, where the actual wall of the heart muscle starts to thicken. This is not good. It's not good. You want the wall of the heart to actually stretch and then contract again. Stretch and contract again. If it's beating really fast, it doesn't have that time to stretch quite so much, okay? So you want it to stretch, contract, stretch, contract, stretch, contract, not boom, 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 boom. Okay, so it's really, really important to know what's going on with the actual heartbeat and why we want to keep it so low. It's so that we can allow the heart to fill, and then it can pump a greater amount with every beat, okay? All right, so improving cardiovascular efficiency is the first kind of efficiency we need to have as runners. Now, that's the only one that MAF actually works on. I'll be honest. Okay, so if you're talking about the other kind of running efficiency, MAF isn't going to touch this really at all. Okay, and that is biomechanical efficiency. Okay, now we can work on our biomechanics at a slow pace, and I recommend that you do that for sure. Okay, I think it's good to start at a slow pace and try and figure out your biomechanics there. However, when we talk about kind of getting into race pace or getting into faster paces, that's going to help us with our biomechanical efficiency. It's going to help us with teaching our body how to contract a muscle with greater force and under control. Okay? If we just go really easy all the time and we never ask our body to actually generate a lot of force, then when we get into race day, our body's not going to know how to handle that. Okay? It's not going to know how to handle it whatsoever, and our alignment's going to get off because we don't know how to control it. Okay? It's going to get completely off. We want to make sure that this is something that you practice. Now, you're probably understanding kind of where I'm going with this. This means you're doing strides. You're doing some form of speed work or tempo work, something to get you out of MAF speed. Okay? For me, MAF speed when I'm in shape was somewhere around 9.5 minutes a mile. Whenever I'm working on my biomechanical efficiency, I'm doing some sort of speed work or tempo work or something like that. I'm running, sub 7 minute per mile, okay? And I'm retraining my body. I'm retraining my muscles to generate a lot of force, but I'm also focusing whenever I'm doing these speed workouts. I'm focusing on where is my body in space. Am I controlling my limbs in such a way that I am not going to injure myself? And that's the whole point of speed work, is to be able to generate more force under control. So if you just go out there and do speed work and you just fly in and you don't even pay attention to how you're doing it, you're doing it wrong, okay? The point of speed work is to improve your biomechanical efficiency, okay? And the way that this is going to help you break through that MAF plateau is because, look, MAF is great, but if you're not training those muscles to a greater potential, or training those muscles at a higher level, then those muscles are never going to know how to activate at a higher level, such as in a race, okay? So also with speed work, it's actually training the connections between your brain and your muscles, okay? So if you never even access those muscle fibers that get you going faster, then that means you're never sending a signal from your brain to those muscles to actually activate, okay? So if you never even send those muscles, then, or you never even send those signals, then use it or lose it, right? The brain is trying to be as efficient as it can be, so it's going to say, okay, if you're not using it, then I'm not going to waste the energy sending that signal. So you have to train your brain to send those signals to your body. You have to train the brain to hold control while generating that increased force, okay? Now, doing this is also going to help you with your MAF training. Okay? If you increase your biomechanical efficiency and you have greater access to other muscle fibers, then it's going to be a lot easier for you to maintain a lower heart rate, because it'll get used to kind of pushing you into a higher heart rate zone, and then your body will recognize that these slower runs are just that much easier, and it won't require so much blood flow, so much increased heart pumping, increased blood pumping activity, and your MAF pace will actually improve. So you guys know that I've said this on many times on my channel. I find MAF to be extremely, extremely valuable, but I'm not married to it as a single training method, okay? I don't think that it works solely by itself, okay? It works for a certain thing, right? It works for improving your cardiovascular efficiency, and it also works for improving connective tissue strength, but it doesn't help with your biomechanical efficiency. It doesn't get you generating the amount of force needed to replicate what you're going to be doing in races. So that's all I have for today. I hope that you guys were able to understand the difference between aerobic or cardiovascular efficiency and biomechanical efficiency. Okay, so there's two completely different things here, and I want to make sure that you guys are working on both of them. So if you're trying to bust through a MAF plateau, or you're trying to increase speed and you've been working on MAF or low heart rate or something like that, but it's not really getting you anywhere just yet, you might want to add one day of speed work in per week. Okay? Now, you may even be able to add less than that. You may only need to do like one every other week or one every 10 days or something like that. But if you just add in one speed work day per week, then I think that that's going to be really, really helpful for you in getting you to kind of break through that MAF ceiling and move on to another level of fitness. Okay? So that's all I've got for you guys today. Head on out there, seek your elite. God bless, and I will see you next time.